Gorgeous morning this morning. Early start for the three big fellas. A little bit of crabbing on the agenda. Johnny's just pushing us up here into the rivers and creeks in amongst the mangroves. He's going to find us a couple of deep holes. Fresh bait goes into the pots. Let them soak. Hopefully a couple of big Gladstone muddies on the way. What do you, just some basic tips. What a couple of things we should be looking at.
First thing you'd be looking for is fresh bait. You want fresh bait in your crab pot.
Yep.
And the fresher the bait, the more scent that comes out of that pot. And you want to create some kind of scent flow, so you therefore need tide run. So you want to put your crab pot in some tide run to carry that fresh scent in whatever direction that tide's flowing. Horses for courses, every system's different. Some are sandy, some are muddy, some have shale bottoms, some have rock bottoms. You just need to shift your pots and take note of where you catch it and when. And when you put the pot in the water, you have to check which way the tide's flowing. In this case, it's going to be running up and down the edge of the river bank, and you want to make sure that your funnels are facing in that same direction as that flow, because when the crab picks up the scent and walks up the tide,
yep,
you want that crab to then walk straight into that funnel and straight into your bait.
I'm usually just baiting the crab pots, throw them over. Yeah, they should be right. There's a bit to it.
There's a fair bit to it when you start to slow down and think about it, hey?
Yeah.
If you live in Queensland, chances are you've tried a big mud crab on more than one occasion. But if you haven't put a few pots out of your own, I definitely encourage you to have a go. You can pick up a few at your local BCF store and ask the guys there if they know a good spot near home to put them in. Oh, Macca.
Oh, yep.
He's a little boy. They got to be 15 centimetres. He is just under. So the taste of crab at this stage, Macca, is
Cold.
is no good.
Gold.
2 to go. Oh,
yeah.
He's a good crab. Oh, look at Macca. You've got one. We've got one pot to go. Obviously a big male, the big pointed V, but you can see that big crusty crucifix under the shell there means he is chock-o-block. Scotty Hillier, Andy McGrath. Go on, Macca. 1 from 2. Any weight?
Oh, it is a good weight, mate.
Oh, yes!
Wow.
Look at these, Johnny.
That's a bead, mate.
2 good. He's with the claws on this one. Hot water, cooked in the water they're out of, the salt water.
Yep.
12 to 14 minutes.
Yep.
Into a nice slurry.
Yep.
Cold refreshment.
Orange and ready.
That's us.
Yeah.
We've stopped on the northern end of Curtis Island, a little deserted beach to cook up the muddies. Here in Gladstone, you sport the choice here. The fishing diversity is just amazing, mate.
There's that many different fisheries here. You cannot physically fish them all in a year. And August, September, late September, I pull my hair out because there's about 9 different fisheries, red hot, and you can only ever be a part of one at a time.
Fishing Masterclass is Johnny Mitchell's business where he passes on everything he's learned through thousands of hours of professional fishing, guiding, observing, experimenting and filming. His seminars and courses are for beginners right through to the advanced anglers who want to find smarter, tried and tested ways to fish. So I know as a fisherman, you can be flat at getting a GPS mark or someone's secret spot or how they did that. But you're happy with all of the knowledge you've acquired, you're now happy to give it out.
Yeah, well, it's like a big equation. When you fish, when you learn the fundamentals for successful fishing, you can apply it to anywhere you go around Australia, rather than just finding out a GPS spot or what people think is a good lure. Learning a complete different way to look at fishing, look at the environment and learn from the environment and be able to apply techniques and strategies and concepts to get results. So we could just walk down there, you could throw a line in the water and hope for a bite. But if you sat back and looked at the water, read the water, look at the way the waves are rolling through, look at the dirty water line that's pushing out, look at the wind direction. There's so much to learn, yet people miss it, and that's where the magic is.
Born and bred here in Gladstone, I know you've caught 1 million species, but tell me, what's memorable? If I say quickly, Johnny, what's a memorable catch?
Big Spanish mackerel. A lot of the big fish inshore are quite cunning. Like smaller fish aren't as old, they haven't evolved. But big fish, it's a bit of a challenge to catch a 30, 40 or 50 kilo Spanish. And
that's a
it's
big
that sort
fish.
Of, yeah, they're good. They're out there. There's 40 and 50 kilo fish that get hooked out here every year. And it's a bit of an art form to get them, and that's where our energy sits in the middle of winter.
It's a special part of the world here, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Like just down there, there'd be a flathead. Just over there, there's probably a crayfish. Just around the corner, there's probably a squid. Out there, we saw tuna, only 150 metres off. School mackerel out here, another 100 metres. crab's about to be cooked here.
It's all here.
Unreal. Oh, look at that. How nice is
That's
that?
ridiculous.
Hook into that, brother.
Thank you.
Here's the reward, boys. The Gladstone
Hello.
lollipops. Bon appetit.
Get stuck in.
Is it fresh enough? Just fresh enough.
Just.
Very nice.
Good.